Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Isabel L. Sesser, in the business for 23 years full-time here in Metro Atlanta. Today we're going to talk about, should you hire a real estate agent to help you sell your home? Stay tuned. Okay, so I definitely recommend that you hire an experienced realtor to sell your home because they're professionals, they have a lot of experience, and they know how to get you the top dollar without any worries or stress. So when a seller lists the property with me, I charge them a fee between 5 and 6%. That covers paying the buyer's broker 3%. So it's open to everybody in Metro Atlanta. Once the listing is uploaded into the MLSs of Atlanta, which is 2, it gets put out there so that anybody could bring us an offer. And 95% of the times, it's going to be another brokerage that's going to bring us a buyer. I'm going to be representing you, the seller. So what I do is I take professional photos, I do a virtual tour, I do a virtual open house tour, and I put all the best features of your home in the description. So it shows the best of your house. So when the appraiser looks at your house and he compares it with other homes that sold in the last 6 months, he'll be able to see true apples for apples what your house has. Okay, so you get the top value on your property. So I give personalized service, so I don't hand you off to another partner. I don't give you to my coordinator to help you. I do everything from the beginning to the end. So there's no lack of communication or something got lost in the shuffle, because I do it all. And I really enjoy having that diversity in my job. Okay, so I don't do the photos, but I do everything else. So we put up a professional sign outside. We put a lockbox that's electronic. There's a lockbox electronic, so I know who came in your house and what time, and I can get feedback from those agents as well. And then I give the feedback to my seller. So, you fill out the seller's disclosure statement, and that's going to tell us exactly what money and what upgrades you put into the house, and how old is the roof, and how old is the HVAC. So that's something that you will fill out, okay? What I do is I make sure that the buyer is qualified to come and look at your house. Okay, so if they present an offer to us, I make sure that there is a deadline for due diligence in the contract. I make sure that there is a financing contingency in the contract. And I make sure that there's an appraisal contingency in the contract. And I also make sure that the earnest money that the buyer put up is in the necessary place where it needs to go. Like, they usually have 3 days to submit their earnest money. That's so we know that they're serious about buying your home. And that is usually held in with the closing attorney. They hold that in escrow until we close. But that shows me that the buyer is serious about buying your house. I also check with their mortgage company to see if they are truly pre-approved. Because a lot of times the mortgage company will send out a letter, but you really can't believe it until you actually call them up and ask questions. So I make sure that my seller always has the upper hand in the whole entire transaction, from the beginning to the very end. So, once the home inspection is done, I make sure that I'm there, I schedule it, and then I go over all the repairs, if there is any repairs, and I, of course, negotiate to my seller's best interest as to what repairs should be done and what is not really a repair. So there's a difference between a repair and an upgrade, So that's everything that I do, pretty much everything, to make sure that your transaction is very smooth. And, I negotiate the closing cost so that my seller doesn't have to pay that much. And I wouldn't recommend that you use, one of these other corporate out-of-state companies known as iBuyers, because they're going to charge you like 13%, 12% on the transaction. And then they're going to nickel and dime you whenever they have to make repairs. So, I don't recommend that you use an out-of-state corporate real estate company, because they don't know anything about the Atlanta market, and you definitely don't want to throw away your money and give it to them. So I hope that I've covered a lot of different aspects of hiring a realtor to sell your home. It's not something that you want to do because it's not something that you, the seller, does every day. So it's not really your thing. So you should just sit back and let the real estate and the professional people do it for you. So you have other things to worry about leaving when you're moving. So I make this transaction for you as smooth as possible and save you thousands of dollars while I'm doing it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I'm always available to take your questions. My telephone number is 770-307-8751. You could text or you could also email me. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.